Are you ready to discover the hidden horrors lurking beneath Budapest's enchanting facade? Join me on a spine-chilling journey through the city's darkest corners as we uncover the terrifying tales of its most haunted places. From the sinister secrets of the Chain Bridge to the eerie whispers of the shoes on the Danube Bank Memorial, we'll delve deep into the chilling stories that have made Budapest one of the world's most haunted cities. But be warned, some secrets are best left buried. As we explore the city's haunted past, you'll need all your courage and a pinch of salt for the ghost stories that will send shivers down your spine. So grab a flashlight and prepare for an unforgettable night in Budapest, where the line between the living and the dead is dangerously thin. Welcome to the Chain Bridge, Budapest's architectural crown jewel and the gateway to the city's haunting past. As we stand on the banks of the Danube, watching the mist cling to the majestic arches of the bridge, our guide shares with us a tale that has been passed down through generations of locals. Legend has it that the Chain Bridge was cursed from the very beginning of its construction. When the first stone was laid in 1849, an unknown hand reached out and pushed one of the master builders off balance, sending him plummeting into the icy waters below. The city's superstitious residents whispered that the bridge was haunted and that the ghost of the fallen architect was forever bound to its structure, doomed to wander its length and lament his untimely demise. They say that every midnight, the ghost can be heard pacing back and forth across the bridge, his heavy footsteps echoing through the stone arches. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind sweeps across the bridge, sending goosebumps rippling across my arms. I turn to my guide, his face pale in the flickering gaslight, and ask, "Is it just the wind?" He shakes his head slowly, his eyes fixed on the shadowy figure that has just emerged from the mist at the far end of the bridge. "No," he whispers, his voice barely audible above the wind. "It's not just the wind." As we watch, the figure continues its slow, deliberate pace, each step bringing it closer to us. My heart pounds in my chest and I feel a sudden urge to flee. But my feet seem rooted to the spot, my eyes locked on the approaching ghost. Just as it reaches us, the figure turns, revealing a face so distorted by grief and anguish that I can't bring myself to look away. For what feels like an eternity, we stand frozen in place, caught in the grip of the ghost's mournful presence. Then, as quickly as it appeared, the figure vanishes back into the mist, leaving us in eerie silence. As we continue our exploration of the Chain Bridge, the weight of its tragic history presses down on us. We learn that the bridge wasn't just a victim of its own curse, but also bore witness to some of the darkest moments of Budapest's past. During World War II, the bridge became a scene of unimaginable horror as Nazi soldiers used it as a passage to transport their prisoners to the infamous Arrow Cross concentration camp. I can't help but shiver as I imagine the terrified faces of those innocent people being herded across the bridge, their lives hanging in the balance. The stories of survival against all odds and acts of extraordinary bravery in the face of adversity serve as a stark reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. But they also highlight the depths of cruelty and suffering that humanity is capable of inflicting. As I walk across the bridge, I feel a profound sense of sadness and anger, knowing that this place of beauty and wonder was once a portal to such darkness. Despite the haunting stories, I find myself drawn to the Chain Bridge, captivated by its grandeur and the whispers of its past. The thought that I am walking in the footsteps of those who have come before me, both living and dead, fills me with a sense of awe and reverence. I know that no matter how much time passes, the memories of those who have suffered here will forever be etched in the stones of the bridge. Our journey takes us to the looming presence of Buda Castle, a testament to the turbulent history of Budapest. This imposing fortress has witnessed centuries of triumphs and tragedies, From the glory of Hungary's royal court to the devastation of war and occupation. As we wander through the castle's labyrinthine corridors, we encounter the ghosts of royalty, soldiers and civilians alike, each with their own tale of sorrow and sacrifice. In the royal palace, we hear the echo of Queen Isabella's desperate steps as she fled from her son's wrath. And in the dungeons beneath the castle, we feel the cold touch of centuries of suffering. Our guide's hushed voice paints a vivid picture of the castle's grim past, bringing to life the horrors that unfolded within its thick stone walls. The castle's most infamous resident, Vlad the Impaler, also known as Dracula, looms large in our imaginations. We descend into the dank, dimly lit cells where he was once imprisoned, feeling the oppressive atmosphere of fear and despair that permeated these dark chambers. Legend has it that Vlad's tormentors chained him to the castle walls, subjecting him to unspeakable torture and inhuman experimentation. And even now, some say his tormented spirit lingers here, forever reliving his darkest moments. But it's not just the ghosts of the past that haunt these halls. As we make our way through the labyrinthine passages, we can't shake the feeling that we are not alone. A sudden draft of air sends a shiver down my spine, and I turn to see a door that was previously closed now standing open, revealing a shadowy void beyond. We step inside and find ourselves in a musty, cobweb-filled chamber, the air thick with the scent of decay. And then we see it, a set of rusty shackles hanging from the wall, a grim reminder of the castle's brutal past. But as we turn to leave, the door slams shut behind us, trapping us in total darkness. Panic starts to set in as we struggle to find the door in the pitch-black room, the silence broken only by our own ragged breaths. Then just as suddenly as it began, the door swings open again, revealing the smiling face of our guide. Relieved, we stumble out into the hallway, shaken by our close encounter with the unknown. As we continue our tour of the castle, I can't help but wonder if we have truly escaped the clutches of the supernatural, or if we are destined to forever be haunted by the secrets of Buda Castle. We find ourselves standing before a haunting memorial known as Shoes on the River. It's a collection of 60 pairs of shoes arranged along the bank of the Danube, each pair representing the countless victims who were brutally murdered and thrown into the river during World War II. The memorial serves as a somber reminder of the atrocities committed during this dark chapter in history and honors the memory of those who perished. As I gaze at the shoes, each pair telling a silent story of loss and suffering, I feel a profound sense of sadness and outrage. The stark reality of the situation hits me, as I realize that these shoes once belonged to real people who had dreams, hopes, and loved ones just like us. To think that they were senselessly taken away and discarded like trash is heartbreaking. I find myself drawn to a pair of children's shoes, their small size emphasizing the innocence lost during this horrific period. It is hard to comprehend the cruelty that allowed such atrocities to occur, and the sight of these shoes brings tears to my eyes. The memorial's location along the Danube adds another layer of poignancy to the display. The river, which once flowed serenely, became a dumping ground for the bodies of innocent men, women, and children. It's a disturbing thought that these victims were thrown into the water like garbage, their lives extinguished without a moment's hesitation. The Shoes on the River Memorial is a powerful reminder of the horrors of war and the importance of remembering those who suffered during this dark period in history. It's a place of remembrance, a tribute to the victims, and a call for peace and understanding. As I leave the memorial, I feel a renewed sense of determination to learn from the past and work towards a better future. I hope that by remembering the atrocities of World War II, we can strive to create a world where such horrors never repeat themselves. Join us as we continue to uncover the spine-chilling secrets that lie beneath the surface of some of the world's most enchanting cities. From the eerie canals of Venice to the haunted streets of New Orleans, we'll take you on a journey to the other side of the veil where the living and the dead collide. So if you dare to venture into the realm of the unknown, stay tuned for more terrifying tales and ghostly encounters, because in this city, the dead refuse to rest in peace.